All right, party people, let's do a walk around of our badass sedan Deville. Certainly one of our favorite cars because that 4.9 liter engine, that front wheel drive, and the fact that it was in Florida for most of its life. So nice and clean, the most reliable engine Cadillac ever put in a car, and all around pimpitude is on point. So all the paint looks real nice. She certainly is priced right, so you'll definitely see some crackulations, just, you know, general paint, GM paint look to it. I don't know if a real nice buff would bring it back, but Optimo tires, good tread life. The top's in great condition. I mean, we're talking a car pushing 30 years old here. It is really sweet. It looks right, it smells right. Now you're gonna get stuff like this going on. That's part of that price tag of not $10,000, which probably, judging by the previous model to this, is where these are headed price-wise for nice ones. Let's try to get a quick look up underneath. Some common trouble spots. All nice and clean on these. Just give you a general feel for it. It's not brand new Arizona, never driven car, but gosh, these days I don't know if you can even get a car that runs and drives and does what it should for this kind of money. Windshield doesn't have any cracks in it. Now the interior is a lovely pillowed leather. Now it was real leather back then. The fact that you can see where it's got a few flaws in it, but it doesn't take away from the overall experience. Little crack there, but the floors are relatively clean. Back seat is gorgeous. Of course, the grandkids barely ever came with Grandma to the store. Ceiling is currently up. I don't know if the stereo works or not. Oh yeah, stereo works with completely adjustable equalizer and auto reverse tape deck. What more could you ask for? Non-smoking car. Here's the Carfax. First owner for 26 years and 7 months. The next two owners was probably just dealerships flipping it around. So that's pretty amazing. Florida, Florida. So this was Venice, Florida, Tennessee, and then they probably moved and retired into Florida pretty early on. This might be a Snowbird's car. Might be the story behind it. Venice, Florida, Venice, Florida. So it was in Tennessee in 1999. Then it went to Florida for a long time. Grandma and Grandpa retired. Took their dream caddy with them. '74, 2020, 2019. Then probably one of the grandkids got it for a year or less. It's just to switch the title around. And that's what you get with these things. A little bit of service records. Mount Dora, Florida. But let's take it for a drive. Let's test this baby. So we think the AC works. to charge, or let's see how she cools down. So we think it works. It's hard to tell. It might not be the strongest AC in the world, but she's blowing colder. Alright, but you're floating in this baby. Floating. It's point and shoot motoring, in that if you don't mind massive body roll, you will go exactly where you want. It's more like point and float. There goes some big old railroad tracks just floating right over it. This car, it feels good. Lots and lots of power, actually. Gosh, as much as the 300 horsepower one we have. Caddy. Shifting, can't even feel the shifts. Can't feel anything. Everything's just fine in this car. All is well. America is perfect. No. Everything is super. Nothing can hurt me here. But that's the general feel you get in your Caddy. Also the badassness of driving a sweet old Coupe Deville. Brakes are nice and high, feel smooth. What can I say? It feels like 1993 all over again. I can say I was driving in 1993, and Grandma did roll the Caddies back in the day. All it's missing is the familiar smell of a Lucky Strike cigarette with all the kids in the back. Oh yeah, that's good acceleration. Look at that baby. 0 to 60, 2.2 seconds. As fast as a Tesla. As long as you don't actually look at your watch. Better than a Tesla. You'll never save as much money on electricity or gas as you will paying $4,900 for a Caddy. And you will never be happier in your Tesla than you will in your Caddy. But there it is, one blue Caddy that seems to be running well. Now she's got some age on her, so you might play with it a little bit, be kind to it, know that it's a lifestyle, but it's a car with personality. It's just not insert pointy car here. It's a conversation piece. Ooh, well, that might have been a little fast for the old girl. Yep, this car makes me happy every time I drive it. And that it feels good is always a bonus. So give me a call, 330-501-2948. Thanks.